Good evening, good evening. Welcome everyone. I'm your host, Latanya Newsom, the two-edged sword. Tonight, I have the pleasure of being here with the artist, Losiel Jones.
What's going on?
What's up, boo?
Man, cooling.
Look, I know it's kind of like late in the evening, and it's
Yeah.
supposed to be on our grind mode, but I
Mhm.
appreciate you coming through. And let's see, I want to get into your business just a little bit.
I like people to get in my business, you know. That way they ain't gotta go digging through my trash.
Right?
And put it out there.
You just gonna put it out. First of all, like he fine, right, ladies? So we R&B, he gave me that little Casey and JoJo, the little boys to men vibe. I was like, okay, shirt off. Is this what we doing? Okay, that's what we doing. Look, let's talk about this manish real quick, since we getting up.
Okay, all right, we can.
Do y'all see this? I love the shirt.
Yeah, coming on close.
And being mannish, like our women that love men love the word mannish. Tell me a little bit about
Alright, so
your merch.
this is a brand that I created in a sense because when you're dealing with and if you notice the definition says act of being sexually bold. Mm-hmm. So basically I'm a believer that like porn, or better yet, sex and religion are like the two biggest billion-dollar industries in the world, right? So if you think about Love Jones, for example, she came in the house, he was on the phone, she came straight in the house, hung up the phone, and he was like, what? How you doing? Because in her mind, she knew what she wanted when she came in the house.
Absolutely.
So I feel like, and then you have some women that be like, oh, I can't wear nothing that say man on it. I said, baby girl, you're not reading the definition. So if you feel like you got some boldness to your sexuality, then, it doesn't matter whether you straight, you gay, you bi, you transgender, black, white, Asian. Sex is a lifestyle. So even if you married, some people be like, oh, my husband won't let me wear that, or my wife will kill me if I come in. All it is just, if it's for you and that person you with, then you can be managed with whoever you choose to be managed with. It's all on the person and how they perceive it and how they wear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, we started a brand and we ventured out. We're doing a lot of big things with it. Back in the day, people say, oh, it's a movement. It's a movement. It's definitely something that's moving right now.
Right.
And it's for everybody. It's like a bullet has no name, no gender.
Right.
Anybody can get hit by a bullet, straight bullet. So this brand is for anyone who chooses to wear it. Yeah.
I definitely can agree. I'm definitely sexually bold, so I'm guessing I'm gonna get that shirt.
I definitely gotta get you.
They getting it our black with make sure you got some stretch for your girl.
I got you.
You got you. Okay, he got me.
manishapparel.com. You can go on there and check it out. A lot of big things going. We ventured out from candles to body scrubs to full jogging suits, long sleeves, shirts, short. I mean, it's a lot of different things we're doing. We're getting into underwear next. Underwear has become a huge thing.
Listen,
like women, the ethical women are wearing the ethical stuff like it's.
I don't have now. Right now, I'm definitely in Vicky's Secrets, and she's expensive. That is no secret. We all know that, right?
We got to get her in some of the manage when we get them.
Definitely is out of line. Be his peace. So we're gonna have to talk about that, and I definitely will get in the gym and work out. Right?
That's what's up.
So with all this being said, you're talking like you have a lot of experience in the bedroom, etc. So most of the time, I would tell the younger generation when somebody say something to me, like I get a young man that's like, oh, hollering, I'll be like, listen, you ain't lived long enough. Tell us, first of all, what is your age?
See.
What? I'm all in the trash can, baby.
I mean, that's one of the things, it's kind of like the Bat Cave. Nobody knows what Batman is, the Bat Cave. You just gotta.
I think the older, I don't know, for us in our culture, the age thing's never been a thing for me. Like, I could have been, I was like 12, and if I was 12, I said I was 12. See what I mean? If I'm 32, I'm 32.
See, for me, if I was 12, I'd be like, I'm 17. If I was 17, I'd be like, I'm 13. If I'm 13, I'd be like, I've always just been one of them dudes that, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, like, okay. So I tell you, check this out. I tell you what, for example, when my brother was married, for 20 plus years. His wife was, I think, 9 years older than him. I just feel like age is not something that determines whether you can keep a person happy or not. You know what I'm saying?
I think, yeah, I mean, being that we talking relationships and you talking to the relationship coach, I would say, I guess it could be really more so of how you were raised, because you could be young
True.
with that old school soul. Like,
right.
I was one of those, and that's probably why I never lied about my age. I always was portraying or moving older than what I was, and I dated older guys. That's why that R. Kelly thing, I don't buy it. I'm just saying, most women that mature, we go for older men. So
I mean, I feel you. Say no more.
I mean, but if y'all grown and y'all think y'all want to sit in them shoes, the young ones these days, we in ATL, they don't be pulling no stops.
Hey, you gotta watch today.
Real mannish.
I ain't even gonna say ATL. You just gotta watch period today, cause man, you just don't really know what you get.
You don't, but okay.
Y'all better
watch it.
Watch, cause see, I'm like, nowadays it's crazy, cause you gotta ask. If you meet a woman, you be like, or if you go to her page or something, I want to go back as far as like, let me see your baby picture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause if you ask one, you got any kids? You're like, nah. You be like, kind of see your features. So you having to go all the way back on the Instagrams, or you having to go back on, man, just let me see your baby picture. Oh, okay. You was a female. Again, what people choose to do, you know what I'm saying, is what they choose to do. You know what I'm saying? Just, I'm on one side of the fence. If you on the other side of the fence, or if you somebody straddling the fence, hey, your preference is your preference.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? That's why marriage is for everybody.
It's for everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And to a certain extent, right?
No, I mean, whatever you.
That fit right. Be managed on the left side, the right side.
If you gay, you still can be managed. If you transgender, you can still be managed. If you straight, you can still be managed. So.
Because we sexually bold, right?
Right. So. If you got any boldness to your sexuality, you know what I'm saying? You are who you are. You have to be confident with who you are. And I tell people, this is what I did. I said, manage is a lifestyle created to articulate your sexual appetite through impulsive body language.
I love it.
You see what I'm saying? So
Saposexual.
Yeah, you just come in and boom. With your partner, you don't want to talk. You know what you come in for.
Listen, I think we said it last week. The vision I get is belly. When Keisha came in, I oiled up. Like 0 games. I better go get that Coco Palmer's, because I do not live in the house without it.
Man, shout out to homie DMX, man. Rest in peace.
Love him.
Yeah, DMX.
Yeah,
True hip hop legend. Yeah, I rocked with DMX. That was what really got me tapped into DMX at the time. Like, I think the first time I heard him spit was on that record with the 5 4 3 2 1 remix. I was like, who is this dude with this raspiness coming in? And then when I started looking at it from that point, I started just following DMX at that point. So DMX to me I was definitely crushed by the DMX. It hurt.
Yeah, that could be two of us. I had the pleasure of meeting him more than once, because I'm a native of Losiel, Kentucky, so we had the Kentucky Derby. Yeah. And them Rough Riders showed up and showed out, baby. That's in the 90s. And I was like, and again, I listened to his music. Yeah. Heavy. I know all his tracks. I still listen to him.
Oh, yeah.
And then he came here
definitely got him in rotation.
The jam. Yeah. And right before he passed, the year before he passed, so I had VIP. We got to do that up front, close, personal. So yeah, I definitely miss the X. Yeah. Oh, with us knowing we from. So tell me, where are you from? What are you a native of?
Man, I'm Cashville, Tennessee representative. You know what I'm saying? I done moved around and lived in different areas, whatever. But yeah, claim to fame, Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? East Nashville, North Nashville, South Nashville. I lived all through the city. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. If somebody, once I get to that point, somebody be like, man, where you east side of Nashville, like Lisiel and Petway and Gallatin Road. You go out north, you got the Buchanan area, you got Clarksville Highway, North 10th, 10th Avenue North, South Avenue, Wedgwood, 12th Avenue South, Carruthers Avenue. So can't nobody tell me, oh, you ain't from east side or you ain't from north side. Man, look, I done lived all through the city of Nashville, everywhere. So I can claim whatever. I even stayed in the projects out in Edge Hill when I was little, you know what I'm saying? And then even out in the projects, and my mom I had a babysitter out in South 8. If you from Cashville, you know about all South 8. You know what I'm saying? South 8, I was all that. Martha O'Brien Center, you know, I in the rough areas, you know what I'm saying? So the people that's from the area, they'll see me like, oh, he was out there? Yeah, I did all that. Yeah.
Rocked it. I rocked Splitterville.
Yeah.
I mean, we
shout out to Cashville, you know,
so,
we here now, you know what I'm saying?
So you now are currently, tell the people where you at. I kind of know where you at. But
I mean,
where we at?
I'm in Atlanta, ATL, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta, Georgia, home, I'm in Atlanta. It's so much, Atlanta is, man, I don't know, it's so many things you can, when you mention Atlanta, it's so many things that come with it.
A lot.
Black Hollywood now.
That's Black Hollywood is what we call it.
Yeah,
Black Hollywood. And it's like that when I moved here, and you know, coming from Kentucky and Tennessee is neck and neck.
Yeah,
we are in Louisville, especially Louisville and Nashville.
Yeah,
we neck and neck. Right.
Yeah.
And we move a lot the same way. And then coming here, it was kind of a culture shock if you are not already, it's not in your DNA. For me, Louisville, I was considered the big fish in the small pond. Here, now it's like, you know, we all sharks in the ocean here. Right. It is definitely a change of pace. It's a lot of opportunity though. Like we can look at it, you know what I mean? Yeah. You'll be able to follow your passion and your vision more easily being here. And now that everybody's seeing us like the Black Mecca, the new Black Hollywood, it's making it even more easy. And a lot of us that are in the industry are the, you know.
There's like certain areas are like for certain cultures, you know what I mean? So this is one of those urban cultures. Like New York had it so dominant for a long time in the early stages, and then when you go from there, it shifted out with the West Coast with the Dr. Dre's and you know, once the Ice Cube stayed, which is still relevant today, when Suge Knight hit that Death Row and you know, you had all that, but then when it came, even though all of that was going on, the South was still making noise with UGK, Outkast, you know, you still had Luke down in Florida, all these people that was making noise. So now, even when Ludacris is on the rise, so now you got T.I., you know, Lil Flip,
we can't be mad. We can't miss
Jermaine
Dupri,
right? You know, so basically when you look at it, and then I even studied Brian Michael Cox. So many of these people, like, if people do their homework, they'd be surprised at how Brian Michael Cox and that whole Jagged Edge and Jermaine Dupri situation happened. But it just was, the South was making so much noise, but they wasn't getting the recognition. A-Ball and MJG.
Those are my homies.
They wasn't getting the credit that they deserve because so many people were looking at New York. Then it shifted out on the West Coast. Then it stopped.
I Dayton family though.
But then right. Well, see, my brother, that's a different area.
Listen.
That's a different area. Because even when it shifted from the West Coast, it stopped where Nelly was in.
We're not going to do
you had Nelly, and then it was the St. Louis and Houston right in there, and then boom, when it came to the South, I mean, me firmly, I just don't think that the industry with the entertainment world, the South, it's just going to stay in the South, period, at this point. I don't see, you don't really hear people, and again, I don't knock these different cultures, but you still got New Orleans. You still got Cash Money. I spent some time in New Orleans too, but the thing is, like, you don't really, a lot of people don't know about the early Lil Wayne with that black and orange Hot Boy CD. That was, they was making a lot of noise.
Was it Lil Charlie was on that track. Actually, his manager, Big Man Funky Bitch, was just on my show Tuesday. Yeah. You know what I mean? We get there. He's here too, Neil. And of course, you know, like I said, I love the music from North, South, East. I love a little bit of everything. I
do too.
I'm still with, especially when we come here. I ain't gonna lie. The only thing, a lot of outside of Jermaine Dupri and Escape, etc., we had Jock. Was going down. The song we got
certain singles that was
we still rap.
Certain singles that hit, like they just don't.
They just not going anywhere.
Yeah, I just don't think the industry now, when it shifted like that, I think at this point now it's just stuck in the South. I can't see the industry gravitating. And don't get me wrong, because there was a time when the Chris Brown, the Teddy Riley, the Timberlands, and the Magoos and the Aaliyahs and Tank. the Virginia DMV area
Right.
had their own sound. That they Trey Songz,
Mm-hmm.
all of them, they had their own thing going on. And then at that point, if you notice, they came more to the south.
Yeah.
Teddy Riley in Atlanta, Trey Songz in Atlanta. Like a lot of them, they just migrated to the southern area. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about the south. They call it Southern hospitality for a reason. You know what I mean? I don't care where you at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Southern hospitality for a reason.
So with the love and passion that I hear in your spirit, you know, let me know, like I know you mentioned a couple artists, you know, we got some DMX's, we got some R. Kelly's and some things like that with the R&B sector. What was it that sitting down one day you just said, you know what, this is me right here. Who was that artist?
I'm going to tell you the funny thing is, I can't really say it was a particular artist, because even the fact that Michael Jackson is gone now, people are still imitating him with his dance moves, and some people never even seen him perform live. They didn't live in the era.
Such a shame.
So, right. So, it was the thing for me where I grew up playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? But I always was singing. And one day, I never forget, if this girl ever see this interview, I remember I was in class. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say her name. But we was in class and the teacher walked out, and out of the blue, have y'all ever heard him sing? Just out of the blue. She was sitting right in front of me, and when the teacher walked out, she said, hey, y'all ever heard him sing? Sing something real quick. And I was like, and the girl's initials, the girl's
she might be, you might,
and she said, look, the girl's initials was SS. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Okay, SS.
You
left impression on Losiel.
I never forget it. I was like, that shit was so embarrassing. But then the funny thing, because at the early stages you don't really want to put yourself up. But then funny thing is, I turned around, sing something. I turned around and I sung like 2 or 3 words.
What you sang? Let us hear it. What you sang?
I can't even remember the song. What was the song? It was so, man, I can't even remember. But when I started singing and the teacher walked in, and it was just like, I might have just been going, eh, because I seen the teacher come in, and I just quit. And then the teacher walked back out. Everybody started saying again, yeah, he really can sing. And I think at that point became the moment where I was like, well, if that many people thinks one thing of what one person thought, then maybe there's some truth to that.
Right.
So at that point, I started doing talent shows. I started singing in church. I started, just walking up and down the hallways at school. And then people be like, man, will you shut up? Still to this day, I can remember some of the people in high school, man, this dude, man, shut up, bro. Like, God, that's all you do. But the funny thing is, it turned into a passion for music. It wasn't just the singing. It was the playing the drums in high school, or I taught myself how to play a drum set.
I'm gonna put you to work. You see my set record, right?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw what I came through. So, and my band director back in the day was like, what's wrong with you drummers? Put the sticks down. All y'all do. Stanley Stewart was my band director. He was like, all y'all do is just beat. And the more in depth that I got into music, he said, you know what I noticed? The majority of drummers hear the beat first. The majority of musicians hear the note first. Right. So I found it to be 95% true. Yeah. Because when I work with different producers, they say, that's in the key of F. Can you versus saying, the tempo is about one now. It's the note first. And I'm just one of them people that just dove right into the passion. Phil Bridgman is the guy who taught me how to write music. Right. Okay. I just recently talked to him not too long ago. And I came to him one day, I was like, man, how do you write songs? He's like, man, Los, that's easy, dog. He came to the house and we sat down. I didn't have any music or anything. I remember the first song I wrote, again,
Was it for the SS girl?
It was a mannish, like, I was just...
what was your words?
I was mannish. Look, I've been mannish my whole life. The song was called, I think at the time Cisco had the thong song out.
I was in that video.
You know what I ended up calling? Guess what I called the song?
What?
I wrote a song called No Thongs. I was like, I don't want to see no thongs. Just take everything
Like,
off.
take it out.
So the first song I ever tried working on with him was called No Thongs. And shout out to my dude, shout out to my dude Phil Bridgman. If you watching this, man, you were the reason I was able to do what I do now as far as writing. He gave me the basics, and then I started studying R. Kelly at that time of my career, where he was one of the prolific songwriters, on the rise. Yeah, I mean, he's still the GOAT to me.
He's still definitely.
So I started studying the arrangements and how to change notes, and I never feel like it's monotonous. You got to change it up a little bit. I was like, what do you mean? So at that point, he was just like, you can't stay here.
Right.
You gotta go here. Yeah. If the music is here, it's up to the artist to take it here. So at that point, I just thought, he said, man, you gotta study certain people. And again, there it is. I heard R. Kelly say, you study the Donny Hathaways and the Stevie Wonders. See, now in my era, I'll say it right now. To me, one of the dopest songwriters in the game right now. I gotta go with Tank.
Oh my gosh! Like,
I gotta go with Tank.
We're here. We're here.
Right.
Like Tank is on the pole playlist. Okay, Tank is in the bedroom playlist. Like, you can't go wrong with Tank. You really can't. You can play him from start to song 1 to finish.
I'm gonna tell you this. To me, Tank best album, Sex, Love, and Pain. Because I heard that coming from Memphis one day. I heard it coming from Memphis. And my favorite song, if I would have, so he got, if I ain't mistaken, I think he got 11 or 12 tracks on that album. I can almost name every song on that album. But I think my favorite ones is Wedding Song, I Love You. You got the Please Don't Go. I Hate You. Heartbreaker. Who That. Tank. And I had the pleasure of opening up for Tank at one time. It was in Nashville.
How was that?
Man, I was performing with me and 4 dancers. I got off the stage and I said, let me sit back and let me watch this dude. Let me see how he works the crowd. Let me take notes. And at that point, when I was watching him, I mean, when I saw him just get on a piano and his runs just like, dude is a beast.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know.
They do sleep on him.
A lot of people don't know his credit. Like, he wrote for hits for Omarion. He wrote Naked for Marcus Houston. He wrote with Carrie Hilson. He wrote with that background with the Aaliyahs and the Virginia sound. Like, he's a part of it. So, Tank to me right now is still, if I had a choice, if I had a choice with a songwriter, he'd be the first songwriter.
He'd be the first songwriter.
Now, what?
I can see that. I can see the Tank. Again, I watched the video, and we're going to have everybody, when they finish the show, go watch the video.
They got to check it out.
The Wrong Right.
The Wrong Right.
I watched it. We're going to get into that story. Because I seen it was a true story. First of all, I had to get over, and I'm telling you, the vibe, and I said it to a member of your team. I was like, and I told it to somebody on my team, I was like, I'm seeing this. I seen a little jagged edge, a little bit solo. I seen some Cisco. But I seen Tank with that shirt off with a little bit, I said, why do I, because I remember a video he had this satchel on that was a round, almost like a gun holster type satchel. Yeah. I seen the Tank at the D'Angelo, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this video, this entirety.
For sure.
It was like, you know what I mean? And it was sexy too, so it was still that for me, my age, like, you should have a certain type of finesse when you trying to get something. And even when we talking about sexuality, there should be a finesse, a organic song and dance to sexuality. And I could see that in that video.
Yeah.
And then when the video was at the end, I said, oh, I'm going to have to get into
that.
what, I seen the ending and they seen, so listen, I want you to tell the story of the wrong rights. First of all, how long ago was this?
I want to say probably, man, it's got to be at least 20, I want to say 2015. Okay. No, 2014, I think. 2014, 2013. I was working out. I seen this woman, and I approached her, and the conversation was, hey, Miss Lady, how you doing? Do you listen to R&B? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, well, here's my music. Just check it out. I'll be like, boom. I left it alone. I walked away from it. I was like, this woman fine as hell. I left it alone. And then when I left it alone, turned around, and then I seen her again. She's like, hey, I listened to your music. I really like it. I was like, oh, okay. She pointed out a favorite. And then at that point, I was just like, that's what's up. Then I seen her again, and then I never had her phone number. Right. I only had her work phone number.
How you get the work phone number?
Well, she gave me the work phone. I gave her my number, so she called me from, I was like, I answered the phone one day, and it's my business phone. I was like, good afternoon. Right. And she was like, hi. And I called her voice immediately.
Right. Immediately.
I was like, yo, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, she called. Fast forward to that point, I always used to sit around waiting, try for her to just call me. I never had a number. I could only call certain times of work, her job, but I couldn't call all the time because they knew she was married.
Wow, that's the kicker right there.
That's why the song is called The Wrong Right. It was wrong because it was everything right about this woman. I mean, it talk about it in the song. She flawless. She got the body. She was perfect. She was smart. But it was wrong because you belong to somebody else.
Definitely.
And it was, oh man. I told my mama, I said, I want her.
You told your mom?
I told mama, I said, mama, that's the one. She said, Los, you'll never get her. Right. I said, what you mean? She said, because you feel she's too perfect. There's nothing wrong with her. It's just the way of the world. It's the nature of the beast.
So it sounds like, see, this is the part where people think men don't fall in love. Or like it's very difficult for men to be in love. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's really not.
True love can make anybody fall in love.
Listen, true love, and this is what happened. If you don't see her again this lifetime, you're gonna revisit this again in the next lifetime.
I'm waiting to see her.
Waiting.
I'm
we
waiting to
can find this stage, so what? I'm pretty sure.
I'm waiting to see her again just to say, what did you think about the video? That was it. Just want to see what she thought about the video.
See her again, that energy pulling her, you is in trouble. So you is in trouble. So you gonna be like, them feelings gonna be rushing right back. You gonna be writing another one hitter, like
it'll be the wrong right part two.
Yeah, I seen the passion. I seen it in there. You guys got to check out the video on YouTube with Losiel Jones. It's called The Wrong Right.
That was wrong.
Y'all gonna watch it over and over because a lot of y'all in a bunch of wrong right relationships. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Pokey Bear's side piece would not be jumping if it wasn't. You know what I mean? Check that video out. So let's say we're talking about writing. So then that would go into my next question. So you are the creative writer of your own music.
I write all my own music. I worked with a lot of R&B and a couple of hip hop writers. I worked with, just to name a few, a partner of mine, JC. He's also a Nashville native. We're both here in Atlanta. I have had collaborative writing sessions with Shannon Sanders. Okay. He does a lot of things, Nashville native, of course. Grammy nominated, Grammy winning songwriter. He's a beast. So, worked with a few names out there. I'm really too big to name drop, but those are Nashville natives, and the energy and the relationships I have with those guys, I'm thankful for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always keep those doors open. And
being a creator. I feel like now people are like, well, what do you do in the industry? Are you sing? I'm like, no, I'm a creator.
I'm a creator. You heard me say
I don't just
you're the creative writer. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't just do. I mean, I do the concepts that are wrong, right? The videos. I put that in the video director's mindset. Like, this is what I saw when I wrote the record.
Right.
So it makes it easier for them. It's just, I love to create. I think God gave me that. I got Born Genius tattooed on the left side of inside of my left wrist. I'm left-handed. I just feel like, left-handed people, we use our thinking side of the brain. So I feel like I'm just a natural born genius.
I definitely, we're in agreement with that. I feel it. I've seen it. So, video. You got video shoot coming up. I believe you're going back to Nashville. Is that right?
Going back to Nashville. Okay. Shooting a couple videos there. I got a couple that I want to shoot here, but I have a huge video, and I've changed over my music from the R&B to the rock. I wanted to transition, and the people that my loyal followers and supporters, I feel like there's a difference between being a fan versus a supporter. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, the new video that I'm working on now, reflections, something that people can relate to, taking you back from when you was an adult to when you was a kid, or change. You can change whatever you want when you become who you are and know who you are. You can change what you want and do what you want because of who you are. And then again, I got one I'm working on too called Boy Shorts. Love to see women wearing lace boy shorts. When I do that, Boy Shorts, that record right there is really one, like again, back in the day, we just redone it, but the one that I really can't wait to do is this record I got called Animal. So many people have heard the record, and when I play it for them, they're like, when is this going to drop?
You gotta send that.
And then me and JC, I got a record that I did with JC, a song called Rihanna. We got a song called Angel on Fire. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's transitioning into the more so the rock with the R&B together, and I got a style that I'm gonna call it. And so, Teddy Riley created the new Jack Swing. I want to try to create my own style and genre. Right. So that's the next thing.
Listen, I'll definitely change. I want to hear, because I heard a lot of things that you said. Like, I definitely am a firm believer of once you're walking in your purpose and your destiny, you definitely are the creator of your reality. I'm the co-creator. I'm the creator of my reality. So it's like you're also aware of that. So I definitely am looking forward to all of your projects.
Man, it's a lot of
listen. I'm here for it. The support, I know. Like I'm here for it. Anytime, any assistance, come holler at me. I'm here.
I'm gonna tell you right now. And look, don't I look tired? Don't y'all see that?
You look amazing.
I look tired. Amazing. That's why the glasses is on, but you see the kid. We working, but
working.
But yeah, and one of the things too, I definitely want to address the fact that with me changing over the style of music and the things that I've done and studied so many different artists and songwriters, that, I remember when I was I was working at this job, and don't get me wrong, I tell people, Dr. Dre is one of the greats. But what's funny is, I told this guy, I said, man, it's certain producers in the industry that I want to work with, my top 5, but Dr. Dre ain't one of them. You know what he said? Oh, Hello, go with that bullshit again. I said, hold up. I said, I'm not a rapper.
Right, exactly.
Rock, R&B, I write country music. My top 5 producers would be Teddy Riley, Brian Michael Cox, Jermaine Dupri. Let me see, Teddy Riley, Brian Michael Cox, Jermaine Dupri, Timbaland, and I'm missing one. How could I forget? What is it? Teddy Riley, Brian Michael Cox, Jermaine Dupri, Timbaland, and Rodney Jerkins.
Okay.
The funny thing is, a lot of these cats learned under Teddy Riley.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Tell me, and don't get me wrong, Quincy Jones, legend. But tell me one other producer other than Teddy Riley that created a genre of music. Nobody. That's why Brian Michael Cox came under Jermaine Dupri with that Jagged Edge album, that J.E. Heartbreak. But then turned around, who you think looked up to Teddy Riley? Jermaine Dupri.
Right.
Who looked up to Brian Michael Cox? Boom. Jermaine Dupri. They all looked up to Teddy Riley. And then from there it trickles down, and then Timbaland creating his own sound.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that Dr. Dre is not one of the greats. Now I could say, now if I was a hip hop artist,
exactly,
I would run straight. I would
to
run straight. But when you're talking about producers, these producers I just named, even from when you do that, now you come down to the Dallas Austin. These people work with Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
The list goes on and on. Blackstreet.
Right.
We can go on and on with these 5 producers. So with that being said, you know, I wish I could take one of those 5 producers and get Tank in the room with me.
When you get Tank in the room, call me. Okay?
The new record he got out is dope.
I'll be on it in a minute. When I clean up, I'll be cleaning up to that.
So,
you know who we did miss? I can tell you, it was, I don't even know how. I actually ran across them through my tourist daughter.
Yeah.
I know you told her. DSVN. We gotta listen. I'm gonna put you on, and it's crazy because that be the response.
Yeah.
But it's like, what's wrong? Like you're gonna be rocking to them.
That's what's up.
Definitely. Look, I enjoyed the interview. I definitely am grateful for your time. I know you're a busy man. You know, we gotta get you in the Rolodex and call 110 times, but
hey, we're
we
gonna let them know this is just the first beginning. This
Absolutely.
is a part 1. We're gonna do a chronicles of it. You know, I got a luxury designer line that's coming out soon. Also got a podcast that's powered by Manish, which will be filming here in Atlanta. And you know, still have my own label or whatever, a lot of new music. So yeah, just staying busy, and with that chronicles, each one of my EPs I labeled a volume.
Right.
Because if volume 5 drop, I want people to say, well where's 1 through 4?
Right.
Or with 6 that they can keep track of everything that I dropped, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, even with this interview, we just scratching the surface.
Oh, absolutely.
This is the first part. We'll say, you know, this is the first part of the interview. We'll continue part 2. You know, get more deep into the trash.
Absolutely.
You know, we just got the bag right. We just got the trash bag. Yeah, we just got the trash bag.
I think the way the Taurus Earth mind and of course the Pisces emotional mind, like we be in trouble. I'm very Earth sign.
I'm telling you. So now
we good.
So this is just the first part of the interview. We'll come back and, you know, schedule something. We'll do a part 2, you know, and boom. Now the trash is open. Now we finna just really dig into my past and my history to see how I got to this point.
Absolutely. Because that's what we want, ladies. We want the juice. The juice is going to be loose in part 2.
That's what's up.
Juice is loose.
We're going to let it out. Tea time for real.
Right.
That's what's
up. So let's give them your handles again, where they can reach you, see you, watch that video with that shirt off ladies.
Definitely go to, you go to Losiel.com, which is LOSIEL .com. And you can subscribe to the .com site. You can go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to that. Got a lot of videos, a lot of music, a lot of content that we're working on right now. Just a lot of things in preparation.
Right.
You know, just being an icon and things of that nature. So, you know, social media, you do that, boom. You go to that Losiel.com, it's a one-stop shop.
Right.
You just click whichever icon, follow the music, follow the pages. You know, and I definitely love all the people that support me.
Absolutely.
When you support, it's bigger than being a fan. That means it's more personal.
It's more personal.
So shout out to all my people who have been supporting and rocking with me from day one. I love you. You know, it's a hard journey. So I appreciate appreciate that.
And
for
just
sure,
know
for sure.
that the journey is going to be worth it. And know that I'm in agreement with you manifesting your vision of all of the things that you have in your spirit. And with that being said,
You gotta keep God
right.
first.
I'll definitely
you gotta keep God first.
We can't do
You gotta keep
anything
him
without the Creator.
Right.
And understanding that we have that power and that authority that was handed down to us
For
is
sure.
how we are able to sit here and say, you know what, I see the vision. And I see where the direction is going, and just have that faith that it's going to manifest that way.
For
So
sure. I
we
enjoyed
on the same
myself.
page.
I see you again
enjoyed
soon.
you too, absolutely.
That's what's
That
up.
being said, you all have a good evening. We're out.
Peace out.